couple of weeks ago, I posted a video titled How to Discuss Racism in the Workplace with Your Leadership Part 2. In that video, I provided a strategy for employees to implement when discussing racism with their leadership. Part of the strategy was to focus on systematic issues. Now that we have discussed the problems, let's discuss some of the solutions. Today, I'm going to provide you with solutions to increase diversity in leadership positions. These solutions will have second and third order effects that will positively impact other diversity issues within your company. If you like this type of content, be sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. If you have questions, comments, or would like to request a specific video topic, let me know in the comment section below. A major systematic issue I hear about frequently is the lack of ethnic diversity in leadership positions. Let's look at C-suite leadership positions in Fortune 500 companies. Those positions, for example, Chief Executive Officer, Chief Finance Officer, Chief Operating Officer, and Chief Information Officer follow a trend. They are mostly filled by white men. There's clearly a system that continues to push white men into top leadership positions. An interesting observation is many of those same companies have statements that stress how important diversity is to the culture and success of their organization. Unfortunately, their words do not reflect their actions. If you genuinely believe diversity is important to your company and you want to foster an inclusive culture led by diverse leadership, here are a few tips to consider. First, start internally. The first step many companies usually take to fix a diversity issue is to hire more diverse people. While hiring more diverse people is a part of the process, it cannot be the first step in the process. If your current diverse employees are not progressed in the company, are not judged fairly when competing for positions, feel unappreciated, receive less bonuses than others, are not considered for growth opportunities, etc., they will share their experiences with the newly hired diverse employees. Their experiences can result in the new hires leaving the company. Although you will have spent a lot of money and effort hiring the right people, you will realize little to no change because you did not fix the internal issues first. You have to start fixing the issues internally before bringing in new people. Before we discuss solutions, if you have not conducted the appropriate studies and asked the right questions to determine what the diversity issues are within your company, click the link above for tips to help you with that process. Now, after watching those videos, you know the issues and are ready to start developing solutions. Since we're going to start internally, first you need to develop an effective communication strategy. This strategy is critical to your success. The goal of your communication strategy is to get the workforce hearing, seeing, talking, and thinking about diversity. They need to hear leadership explain the upcoming changes and why the changes are necessary. If leadership does not explain the changes, the workforce will imagine reasons for those changes. Remember, the void of truth will be substituted with the fulfillment of lies. So to get your workforce hearing, seeing, talking, and thinking about diversity, first establish and publicize the company's diversity statement. This statement is a documented commitment to diversity and explains how diversity fits into the culture, mission, and values of the company. Next, post statements in the main hallways such as uniqueness is necessary. Your diversity is our strength. Our differences unite us, or the like. You want these statements to continually reinforce your stance on diversity. You can also highlight accomplishments of diverse employees and hang up portraits of former diverse employees that made significant contributions to the company. While making these changes, you want to ensure the C and D-suite level personnel are active in your messaging. Their active participation will show they endorse these changes. Have them host fireside chats on diversity. Discuss and be transparent about the company's diversity flaws. Express how diversity is necessary for the company's progress and future. Send out mass emails talking about diversity and how the company is developing solutions to address their diversity challenges. And these are just a few examples. There are many actions your company can take to ensure the workforce is hearing, seeing, talking, and thinking about diversity. While you're implementing your communication strategy, you should also review the progress of diverse personnel in your company. There's typically a point where you see a drop-off of diverse representation as you go up the ranks. That drop-off is where you start. Figure out where there's a drop-off and establish a plan that intentionally and directly addresses the issue. The issue could be training, racism, experience, bias, education, exposure, opportunity, or a host of other issues. Once you have determined what the issue is, develop a solution and hold people accountable for their actions or for their lack of actions toward addressing the issue. Possible solutions to increase diversity representation as you go up the ranks could be to enroll diverse employees in specialized advancement programs. Many companies call these programs C-suite growth programs, senior development programs, enterprise leadership programs, director development programs, and so forth and so on. These programs are used to feed the C-suite and D-suite leadership pipeline. People who participate in these programs have a higher chance of getting into the C and D-suite positions. However, the inverse is also true. People who do not participate in these programs have a lower chance of getting into C and D-suite positions. That's why diversity in these types of programs is critical to diversifying the top ranks. Unfortunately, if you look across the board, many people that are chosen for these advancement programs are typically not ethnically diverse, which is one of the reasons for the lack of diversity in the C and D-suite positions. Another solution to increase diversity representation as you go up the ranks is to establish a mentorship program geared towards diverse candidates. A mentoring program will allow for diverse candidates to meet one-on-one with C and D-suite personnel. These sessions will occur biannually or quarterly for 30 to 60 minutes a session. These sessions will provide guidance and motivation to the employee. Many minorities do not have direct access to C and D-suite personnel. However, if you require everyone in C and D-suite positions to mentor at least 2 diverse employees, those persons will provide exceptional value to the careers of those employees. This level of exposure is key to building confidence, providing perspective, and increasing the career growth of the mentees. The added benefit of these type of mentorships is that the learning process is reciprocal. The C and D-suite personnel will have an opportunity to gain understanding from someone they may not normally interact with. Understanding can lead to compassion and advocacy for the mentees and others that look like them. And these are just a few examples. There are many actions your company can take to increase diversity representation as you go up the ranks. We will discuss some additional actions in the next video. That's all I have for now. If you like this type of content, be sure to share this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to ensure that you are notified every time I post a new video. If you have questions, comments, or would like to request a specific video, let me know in the comment section below.